What the is going on?
I like to party.
Jesus, honey, wax much?
This is Unwaxed
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
with Sophia and Sistine Stallone.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the
Unwaxed podcast with your favorite sisters, Sophia
and Sistine.
Wow. Very different tones, but I have to just say to anybody that's listening, this is a big episode.
Yeah. Honestly, right when he hit record, I got an instant pit in my stomach.
I know.
Because it feels sad and I'm anxious.
But I'm proud.
Yeah.
Because it is a big step forward for us.
Give me your hand, Sophia. We are proud to announce that this is the
150th episode
of the Unwaxed podcast!
And that
Woo!
means we are at the end of season 4 for our podcast.
No, season 3.
Is it season 3?
Season 3.
I swear to God it was season 4.
Almost.
Close.
Think
Oh,
about
you're
every
right. 50-50. Duh. So we're headed into season 4, which is super exciting. But I cannot believe that we've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah.
150 episodes. And that's not even including the ones we've discarded. And we've probably discarded
At least 50.
50.
At least. We would have been
200.
way ahead of ourselves. No, I feel like this is a very bittersweet moment.
Yeah.
And I'm actually kind of shocked with us because we're quitters.
Mm.
No, and let's be realistic. Like, we are the type of people that pick something up. We'll do it for 2 weeks. If it becomes too much admin, we quit.
I mean, I can just list singing, piano, ballet. I don't think there's been one thing.
Relationships.
Like a year in, we're like,
Therapy. Like, we quit everything.
But this is the one thing
Yep.
that Sistine and I, we really consider this our love child, and we love this podcast. I just want to just emphasize this, you guys. For the last 4 years, Sistine and I have been doing this on our own to the point where we edit, upload, put in clips, put in reels, respond to your DMs every single episode.
Yeah.
We do the coding, we do the audio. There's not one person that helps us out with it. And I hope you guys really understand that. Like, this isn't with a massive team behind us that has producers.
Oh,
and
no.
We say Chris is our producer, but he really isn't. He like helps turn the cameras on. He's a great guy, but we really produce this ourselves.
Forever, it feels like.
You know?
And I think people need to remember, whenever you comment or DM, Sophia and I see everything.
We're responding.
We are like God.
Yeah.
Well, podcast
But
God.
even the clip art, that's all made by Sistine.
Well, that's very obvious. Okay, this is the point of why we're talking about all of this. Sophia and I feel like we've hit our ceiling with this podcast.
Yeah.
We've done as much as we can. We have hit our limit. It needs to be in the hands of someone else.
I think for season 4, we definitely need to pause and reboot because, and
Yes.
that's why we do these seasons. I don't know if you guys have been here from the start or you're starting to listen from the very beginning. We've had different vibes. We've been in studios before.
Yeah.
We've been behind plexiglasses during COVID. We've been
We
in
did
our
the Zoom
apartment.
interviews.
And we've had all of the above. But I just want to say really quick, I'm really, really proud of us. Like, I'm really proud of this podcast. Like, genuinely, and this kind of goes to show that when you put in the effort, good things do come and take time. And we put our heart and soul into this podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
we really, really love it. And we really appreciate when the girlies come up to us and say something, when we get those DMs from people giving, like, I have girls giving me recommendations for migraines, like, hey girl, like this, or they give you like recommendations for different outfits. It's just so sweet.
It's very sweet.
you know?
And this is a journey that we want to continue, but we want to continue with more of your guys' input. I think something really big that Sophia and I want to change for the next 50 episodes is we want to involve you guys more. We want to hear from you more, whether it's once a month you want us to bring a guest on or bring back our OG segments or whatever it is. We want to involve you guys. But before we get into the full episode, this is the last episode of the year that we will be putting out.
Yeah.
So don't think that we're completely stopping or quitting. You know what? Take this time to be with your loved ones. Yeah. Get off your devices.
Happy holidays. Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
You know what? Protest the podcast out there.
Yeah.
And if you need a little bit of Sistine night, you can always just listen to our old episodes.
Just go back. You know what this is?
What?
There's a trend going around on social media right now where people are saying, how funny would it be if the biggest people on social media, biggest presence, like a Kim Kardashian or JoJo Siwa. They did it for those two. That you completely ignore their posts and everything.
No, but
think about it. Like Kim Kardashian got 100. Kim Kardashian got 100 likes on one picture because everyone's like, let's just boycott.
It's always Kim Kardashian, JoJo Siwa. I think that speaks a volume about how many people feel about those two.
Well, let me ask you this: would you want to be that level of famous and known, but you're not liked?
No.
And I'm not saying they're not liked, but
no, I mean there's
a very
strong
split
feeling about
yeah.
them. No, I don't even know if I would want to be that famous.
That's true.
Personally, I think there's like a limit to the fame that I would now find a little bit annoying. Like I like that I can walk around the street and no one know who I am. And there's fine moments where I like when someone approaches me and they're like, "Oh, I love your show." That makes me feel good.
We are so different in that regard.
I know you want to be famous. I don't want to be like I want to be like semi, but I don't need to be.
I am ready
Kim
to
Kardashian.
make a deal with the Illuminati. Call me.
Oh my god.
Is that bad?
A little bit.
Is it real though? I know.
I've heard stories.
These dudes show up in a black suit with a briefcase.
But you know the story behind the quote-unquote Illuminati, people that make you famous, is they say that they go up to certain people that are just at the brink of fame or they just need that extra push, is that these guys say, we can make you famous.
Hold
but
on.
you have to sacrifice someone you love.
Hold on. Let's back up for a second.
Huh.
So they come up to you if you're on the brink of fame.
Like you could be the next level of international superstar.
I'm kind of jealous that they didn't like pick me.
Christine, you're not even at the brink yet.
Well, come on. I'm literally like jealous. I'm like, oh,
we're like in
okay.
our micro influencer phase. Like we're barely,
No, we're D-list.
We're what?
We're D-list.
We're
No, we're like
D-list.
C-. No, we're D.
We're C minus. I think we're C minus. I like that. I think C's got degrees.
We're 74%.
We're getting there. I think
Yeah.
2025 is our year. But that does mean that we are pausing for a couple weeks. And
Yes.
that is only because, 1, holidays. 2, we do need a break from podcasts because we do all the work. And 3, it's also the biggest time where Sistine and I reconvene and go, what do we want our podcast to be? The merch we want to create, the studio that maybe can, take some of the tasks off us so we can really focus on the content. And maybe we do live shows. Maybe we do a show. Like, we don't know.
Yes.
The world's our oyster, sis.
I know.
Yeah. And also kind of, guys, if you guys want to start a podcast or do anything that you love, it takes time, but do it. If you have enough heart in it,
Honestly,
sometimes it's
do
easier to
it.
do with someone else. I really do think having a partner that you really trust and you love can really expedite the process.
But also, forewarning, working with your family.
It can have some ups and downs,
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what else is coming up that we used to talk about it because the timing of the seasons were different, is New Year's Eve and New Year's.
You know how I feel about New Year's. I hate it. One, because, first of all, let's back up. What is the tradition of having to kiss someone at midnight? Why do they do it? What is the
actually,
history
that's a good
behind
question.
it? 2, why am I never picked? How many? No, listen. How many times have you been at a New Year's Eve party, okay, with decently attractive individuals around you, and you're looking around 10, 9, and you're like, hoping
I'm just
this
waiting
man
this man comes up and sweeps me off my
and they
feet.
never do. Why? Why?
I think New Year's is probably the most overrated holiday out there. But I think it's because I'm a Grinch and bitter. Because I've had fun New Year's, but even with a boyfriend, it's not that fun. I honestly think my New Year's now is like, let's not make it so try hard. Like, stay home, drink a bunch of wine with your friends, count down, go to bed by 12:01.
Well, let's be a little
that's
less
my
cool
plan.
than that. Our New Year's is going to be spent with our parents, not going
Fab.
out,
I've done the last 3 years.
eating 12 grapes under a table.
Yes. Do you guys know that tradition? And apparently I have to wear red undies.
Can we Google, I think it's a Spanish tradition. The tradition of eating, thank you, I'm genius.
Do you know why?
In Portugal, it's pink underwear,
Oh, it's pink underwear.
and in Spain, it's red.
Which one are we
What's
doing?
better luck?
Spain and Portugal both have every tradition is backwards. So it's like in Spain they eat grapes at the clown of midnight. They put 12 grapes in their mouth. Portuguese they put raisins. So it's like
Which
Oh.
one? Which one do we pick?
Not raisins. I'm choosing grapes.
I kind of like raisins. That's
are
easier to eat.
gross.
joke. It's easier.
Oh,
It's
that's so
easy.
much easier.
Yeah, but no, the hard is the better.
Okay. Well, can we look up the history? I want to know a little bit more about these grapes.
Because
Does it have to be green?
This is the base. Yes, it has to be green. It has to be 12, and you have to eat it before midnight. If
Oh.
you eat 12 grapes under a table with red or pink underwear, you're able to find true love in 2025.
You know, I think if I were to look at this entire year.
Do you know how desperate we sound?
No, listen, this is where I'm right there with you, Sophia.
We're like encouraging this.
And I want to
do it.
I want to hear the history in one moment. If we were to look at the entire year of all of the weird things that men don't know that we do to essentially have them.
Yes.
The manifestations.
Yeah.
The witchcraft.
The mood board. No, not the vision boards.
The vision
prayer
boards.
board.
Ending the year eating 12 grapes to try to get a boyfriend is the cherry on top. I don't think it gets much better. I think that is so us coded. But what is the tradition
ahead.
though?
You have it exactly right. So it seems to have started off in the Middle Ages from Spain, where the color of your underwear gives you luck. So red is the most for luck and love.
Ooh.
And again, the Portuguese were like, no, we'll have a different color. So in Brazil, it's all about they got orange for professional success, green for luck, yellow for wealth, and you can wear multiple underwear for multiple benefits.
We have to wear all the underwear we
We
own.
wear 4 pairs of underwear and we eat 12
1000%.
groups. That's how we're going. I'm 28 years old. You think I'm going into the new year?
I'll put it on my head. I'll put it in my arms. I'll wear it everywhere like a tree.
We're so desperate
Why
to
not?
fall. You know what that is? We've tried all options. The dating apps, the meet cutes out in public, the set up by friends, the I don't give a F energy, but we really do give an F. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I think we have to do it. But
We're obviously doing it.
yeah. But I'm excited for 2025. You probably feel differently, but I would say 2024, in all transparency, has probably been my hardest year.
Do you find yourself saying that though with every year?
No.
Because I do. I every year, I'm like, this was the worst year.
I think your 2023 was your worst year. This has been your best year.
I think 2023 is bad. 2024 was growth and realization.
Yeah.
And 2025, I say this every year, I'm thriving.
But I think the numbers look good. 2025. But you know what's bad
true.
about 2025? The 2025 glasses that people are going to wear on New Year's, they always look so bad. After 2020, the glasses didn't work anymore.
How about this? Don't be a
know?
dork. Don't wear the fucking plastic top hat. Don't wear the glasses.
No, the peak for the New Year's glasses was the 2000s. After 2010, it went downhill.
No, I actually am so icked at. That's a new ick you just unlocked. When these grown-ass men wear those Abraham Lincoln plastic top hats with the glasses, it doesn't fit their big head.
No, it doesn't.
So they look stupid.
And they're blowing on that thing. No, but maybe that was the sign that the world was going downhill, because the 2000s were fun. That was a great era, and I am so happy I wasn't born in it. I got to experience it. But I think after the glasses went away, then that's when everything kind of went to shit.
Yeah, getting old.
Sucks. But yes, I will say that 2024 has probably been my hardest year. And I think that 2025 is going to be my growth year. Because this year has been just a lot of realization. And it's been, I don't want to sound like Kendall Jenner, like realizing things and, oh, that's Kylie. Realizing stuff. I think I had a lot of bad habits for the last year that I wasn't aware of.
What would you like to do this upcoming year that you found yourself doing negatively this last year?
I think I wasn't prioritizing my mental health. I think I was doing things also for other people. I think I was trying to be the best version for everybody else rather than myself. And I thought I had to be in this certain place, certain position, certain body image, certain mental state in my life. And I think I felt that pressure for honestly the last few years out of college. And I think it's been finally hitting me in the head going like, wait, do you even like any of the stuff you're doing? Do you even like yourself? Like it's a lot. So when I talk about my mental health, I think for me, I have always talked about it. You guys have heard on this podcast with anxiety and panic disorder and a lot of other stuff, but it really came to a head. I think you guys could kind of hear on the podcast that I was getting a lot and I was getting migraines. And I think I'm just hitting this phase of my life where I'm like, I'm done. I'm done trying so hard to be something I'm not in a way, like trying to be perfect, caring so much what people think. And so I'm kind of going into 2025 with a very spiritual approach. I think also a very health and wellness approach, like prioritizing eating well and going outside when I can and incorporating fun activities into my life that don't have to do with a job, and doing a job that really makes me feel passionate. That's just like not including this one. I love this podcast, but I want to feel more aligned in my life for things that really are meant for me. And I also just want to feel calm. Like, I feel like I really also want to learn as much as I can about all these disorders. And, you know, I think if anyone is struggling out there, and I've had like really bad days this year. Like, I've had really, really bad where I'm like had to go home and talk to people about it. And it's funny because today has been like a really, really great day. So
Really?
yeah, such a great day. I've been out and about, running
It's a
around.
win.
And my point is that, you know, you can get the help by doing one thing: research, reading, and talking to someone. Like, I just feel so empowered now going into 2025, having so many more tools. And I just want this year to be thriving. Like, I want to travel. I want to have fun again. I don't want to put pressure on myself. And yeah, I think that that's my main priority for 2025, is just like the peak of goodness and the abundance in my life, and prayer and meditation. And that's my thing. But I'm curious to hear my counterparts 2025. I guarantee it's going to be very different than how I've been.
I love this journey for you. I do.
I knew you were going to say this.
I do. But I think I already did my whole
You did.
mental health, spiritual wellness awakening. Honestly, as you were saying these things, I was listening. I was there with you. Okay. But in my head, I was also thinking, I'm not doing any of the things remotely close to what you're doing, which is fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just mean you're just different people.
My resolution this year, it sounds stupid, but
No,
it's my
go ahead.
resolution. I want to drink more. I want to dance more. I want to go out more. I want to date more. I want to meet more friends. I want to be more social. And I want to stop saying, I'm tired.
Like you just did 2 minutes before the podcast started.
Yes, but I'm like PMS tired. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
when you're trying to come up with a reason to not go out, not socialize, not meet friends, because the amount of nights that I missed out on because I'm like, but I'm tired and I'm in my sweats. Like, no, bitch, enjoy, live it up. So I want to live it up. Another resolution I want to do is, this sounds like so cliche, but I love complimenting people. Okay, hear me out. Like strangers.
That's great.
And I love the response, and I don't do it for me, but it feels good to, you know what I mean? When someone approaches you on the street and they're like, you have really nice hair, it kind of made your day,
Yeah.
right? So I just feel like being nice and passing that forward more often.
Okay, so can I tell you a hack to make you feel a lot better?
Yes.
And it goes inside, like it coincides with what you're saying. So as I'm doing this whole thing about like research mental health and how to be happier, someone said this to me and they're like, life is not that serious.
It's not.
Life is not that serious. Life can be fun. Life can be beautiful. And when you're in a bad rut, they say go outside, walk by someone with a coat on, a shirt on, and just say, I love that shirt. And they'll go, thank you. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're first off jumping out of your comfort zone for talking to a stranger. You just made someone's day, because now they're going to walk around more confident. And you did a good deed and you didn't have to tell anyone about
And
it.
listen, it sounds silly, but it gives you confidence.
Yes.
Honestly, I think when you are in a sort of mindset of your day and you're feeling good and you feel like your outfit's good and like your aura's good and your energy is good, good things happen to you. And I feel like since I'm in this sort of really bliss bubble right now, I find a lot of good things happening.
Yeah.
And I want to keep that going.
You have this abundant energy you're putting out there and you're getting that
Yes.
back. But it was funny because I did do that compliment thing last week.
See?
Because I was like really in my head getting so serious about everything. I'm like, God, life isn't that serious. So I literally went outside, walked down the street,
Yep.
saw some girl, and I stopped
Yep.
myself, walked up to her. I was like, I love your coat.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my God, thanks. I just got it. I go, it's beautiful color on you. And kept walking. And I was like, wait, I feel like I just hacked the system. We're all just so focused on our own path.
And in your own head
And in
about
our
how
own
you're
head.
feeling, how you're looking.
Get out of your head.
Exactly.
Just honestly trick your brain and
Yeah.
talk to a random stranger and be like, hi.
Exactly.
It breaks the code and it makes you feel good.
And I
you
so I
know?
want to be approaching more. In coinciding with that, I want to be really good at making first moves, whether it's like relationship wise, career wise, and I want to master the art of getting rejected.
What?
Not by a man, Sophia, but just buy like anything.
But no.
Why not? Sophia, that's the thing. I feel like I was going about day to day like life was coming at me. Like I was just swimming upstream and life was just hitting me in the face over and over. And I'm like, okay, I can't get a hold on my friendships. I can't get a hold on relationships. Like my agents won't call me back. Like I didn't book that job. Like I always felt like it was harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
And then I looked at every no as a problem with who I am or what's wrong with me. I feel like the people that have mastered getting told no are the ones that have the best outlook on life. That means nothing will sweat them.
Yeah.
For example, Sophia and I were in Las Vegas, okay,
Yeah.
for F1. We were with our parents. We were at a dinner in Las Vegas with our parents. I, 2 cosmopolitans deep, decided that guy across the room looks really handsome. I sent him a
I
drink.
was wearing a baseball hat inside of a nice restaurant.
Perhaps it was the liquor.
So I
have a thing for
I
hats.
didn't have high hopes for this one.
I have a thing for hats. Anyway, but I had liquid courage. Again, I'm at dinner with my parents doing this. I send the guy a drink. He accepts the drink. Nothing. Nothing back. No thank you. No drink back. Nothing.
Well, and
I
best-
sat there with my tail between my
Can I
legs.
tell you the best part about this?
Sure.
Sistine's back is facing him. I'm facing him. He has no. I'm bad. First of all, like I have a staring problem.
Yes,
so
you
I'm,
do.
I'm definitely not subtle about it. You'll know if I'm interested or like curious about you. But my point is that so Sistine sends this drink over to the guy, and she can't turn around because the waitress is gonna notify that the girl with the red scarf.
That's what I said.
That's what she said.
Oh, you know what? I'm so fucking corny. This is what I literally said. I was wearing a red scarf.
Attached
okay?
to her dress. It's like a thin. It looks like a veil.
And the guy was wearing a red hat. And so I said to the waitress, "What is wrong with me?"
Yeah, I
like
know.
I was in some Nicholas Sparks movie. I said,
I wouldn't say Nicholas Sparks.
Tell it's for the boy with the red hat from the girl with the red scarf. I thought that was really romantic and cool. Guess he didn't think so.
But the best part about this whole thing is that he gets notified. I see the whole interaction. Sistine doesn't turn around because she can't. And so I'm watching like with my drink, and she points to Sistine.
Oh,
He
God.
looks, doesn't even faze him. Takes a sip, puts it down, goes back to his conversation. And Sistine's like, "What do you do? What do you say?" Is he looking at me? I go, "You're like, no, girl, Girl, you gotta just sit, hold tight.
So,
abort.
moral of the story is, I even got stuck standing next to his table for a good 3
Oh, that was
minutes.
the best part.
trying
it's
to
like
leave.
Shuffling our way out of the restaurant. She gets stuck next to his table, and he's just
No, you
staring
guys,
at
I'm
her,
meeting, like,
and she's
I could
staring
touch
at
him. I was that close.
It was so funny, and I was like, I don't know. I felt that bad for
Moral
you.
of the story is, I didn't feel bad. I was like, you know what? His loss. Whatever. Maybe he's taken. I don't know. But the rejection didn't knock me down, Sophia.
Well, I think it's more like the David Goggins effect. If you guys know who that is, he's
No.
just like, he's awesome. If anyone knows Dave Goggins, if you ever feel like you're being lazy, he'll make you feel like shit and go, "Oh God, I gotta go to the gym."
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What does
'cause
he do?
He's a motivational speaker. I think he was in the Navy or the Army. I can't remember. He's a total badass.
Oh,
But
those guys are for
but
real.
his whole mantra is like, you have nothing to complain about or go against except yourself. You are your own worst enemy. Who gives an F what anyone thinks of you? Go do it. Fight for it. Be your best partner. Like, get healthy. Blah, blah, blah. Go. Like, and he uses like curse words, whatever it is. But it's almost like the effect of like, okay, you did it. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care.
That's
I'm
the thing.
going
I don't
for it.
care so much about what people think or their actions. I don't care.
So I guess we're kind of in some way going in 2025 similar. Like for me,
Yeah.
it's more figuring out what I want to do and ignore trying to be perfect for everybody else.
Yes.
And then you, just in general, not taking everything as a rejection and kind of going like, I'm taking the hits of life.
Well, you should feel good about the choices and the actions that you make.
Yeah.
And every time we question the things that our instinctually want to do, it's because someone else said that's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
I know. And I think it comes, I think, from childhood rejection, maybe things your parents told you, where maybe you grew up a little bit more insecure about your decisions. Maybe you didn't have a lot of decisions growing up. And so you get to this point of adulthood where you choose the wrong guys because you think there's a certain guy you need to be with. Maybe you choose the wrong job because it's a good image on the family, or maybe it's a good image on your friends, or maybe you don't know who you are because the whole time you were asking for everyone's advice instead of asking yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest thing ever, is to kind of look inward and go, what the fuck do I want? Who the hell am I? Because at the end of the day, you're your own person. You're your own partner. No one else is going to coddle you and hug you when you're 95 years old sitting in a rocking chair. It's going to be you. And you're going to be the one looking back at all those memories thinking, did I do what I wanted to do? And I also was watching this thing the other day with, I love this stuff where old people are based, I don't love that old people are at their dead and
Damn.
but they're at their deathbed the weeks before, and these nurses come in and ask them what they wish they did in life. And it all was about working less, doing the things that they loved, and being with their family and friends, and telling people that they loved them more. Not one of them said, I wish I made more money. Not one person said, I wish I dated that asshole that treated me like shit for 5 years and I kept going with him. No one said that, oh yeah, thank God I chose that horrible job that I hated for 25 years because it was so worth it.
You are the queen of giving the best advice, but taking none of it for yourself.
And that is where I thrive.
No, seriously.
I'm a live case study,
Sophia,
y'all.
you give such good advice, and I'm sitting here like, wow, bars, facts.
Thank you.
You apply none of it to your
know.
own life.
Well, this is the thing. It's hard.
Yeah, I get it, but you shut up. Because you're sitting here like, I want to be a therapist.
I couldn't be a therapist anymore.
Because I don't know if I could either.
It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of
Well, I talked to my therapist.
My cortisol levels of everyone else's problems would be through the roof.
Well, so even my therapist was telling me, and by the way, if you're a therapist out there, I gave you so much credit. That must take so much emotional energy out of you. More than
my God,
if
I
I'm
would
thinking about,
drink a bottle of wine at the end of the night.
every night.
Yeah.
But I was talking to my therapist about it, and we kind of went off track because we're friends. And she was explaining to me, because I was talking about therapy, about maybe going to school to do it again. And she was like, look, it's a super rewarding job, but not everybody that you get are people that are going to take accountability and want to get the help that they should get. Or put in the steps in the process. Because getting better mentally, it doesn't just take an army, it takes all yourself. It takes you having the motivation to go, like, getting the right meds or getting the right whatever. My point is that you get text messages all the time from your clients about, like, maybe they're panicking about something. Like, you're their rock. Like, it's like you're their mom. And I give you guys so much admiration. Like, I literally love therapists because I think that they're just saving people one by one.
It's like
but it's a lot of pressure.
It's like everyone has that one friend that's either always having a mental breakdown or always going back to that bad guy, and you get a paragraph messages
and maybe
from them.
you get blamed. And, like, maybe the medicine didn't work with them and you get blamed for putting them on the wrong
But then they have
meds.
like 50 of them.
It's a lot.
Oh no.
That's why I understand when people are like, I can't take any of your clients. Godspeed, lady. I understand. By the way, I'm trying to manage one. I love giving people advice, and Sistine does too, but it takes us quite a bit of time to, like, I'll listen to some of the things I say when I watch my podcast. I'm like, Sophia.
Yeah, you're
slap it.
smart. It's funny because, like, you're smart, but you're also dumb in the best way possible.
Yeah.
No, but I am too.
Yeah.
Like, we're smart because we say the right things.
Yes.
But we do nothing.
But that's not true, because you actually are doing something, and I'm finally doing something.
You're right. I'm perfect.
I don't think we really realized it until now, though. But okay. Anyways, we can kind of move forward from this wellness topic. So 2025, y'all, have a goal, be healthy, and go into it.
Do you remember
drinking more, like Sistine said?
Why not?
Drink more. That's when your first words out of your mouth was, my 2025 thing was going to be drink more. I paused.
Hold on.
Like,
You
please
should
have
be-
a list more. Please have more in your list.
You should be so happy. I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for the listeners. I'm going to have tons of stories, tons of antics, tons of trouble I'm getting into
and
because
I'm
of
gonna have
this.
so many wellness hacks, tips and tricks on how to meditate better, putting your feet on the grass and getting grounded.
You know
I'm gonna
what?
become a Buddhist.
No.
I love it.
It's so funny how different we are. My friend sent me, sorry you guys if I sound nasally, bear with me. My friend sent me a meditation book, 365 days of meditations, right? Guess how many days I got through? So it's one a day.
Maybe not one. Half of one.
Be realistic.
Maybe one. I'm saying
One?
maybe one.
You're right.
I knew it. Maybe one.
One. And the best part is the meditation. It was just it's not even a meditation. It's just like
A mantra?
nice the thoughts. Really.
Yeah, affirmations.
Affirmations. It was 4 lines. 4 lines. And I was like, oh, first one's easy. I got this.
Are you joking?
Day 2, I just stared at it and I was like, it's going in the drawer. I'll give it to you.
It takes time because I meditate every morning now. I've been doing it. I do it depending on my anxiety in the morning. So I do it for 10 or 20 minutes.
I can't do it.
And I love, if anyone struggles with feeling maybe a little bit more anxious in the morning, or maybe they just want really good thoughts and lessons and a great voice. I know a lot of people use Headspace, but I just found this app called Open. Unbelievable. Because it also has breath work in it. So I don't know if you know what breath work is.
No.
It's just a way, breathing, if you breathe a certain way, it can be the equivalent of taking a Valium. That's how calm you can be. And it's just about the inhale and exhale. Like a lot of people, when they get stressed and panic, they inhale too much oxygen and they don't let enough out. That's where we get lightheaded. So when breath work comes in, it's doing a routine over and over and over for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it can make you fully energized. Like I did one called Espresso, and it was like, it was wild. And I swear I got out of that like,
You're high.
It was insane. It was really good. So if you ever want that one, and it has like a full-on community, and you can see people in real time doing stuff. I'm like, wow, everyone is stressed.
Is it the same
like,
though?
I'm not alone.
Is it the same as Headspace where they have the celebrities talking you through the meditation? Because I love that feature.
Oh, we all know Sistine listens only to Headspace. Listen to
Killigan
Murphy.
That
Tell her
one's
to breathe
insane.
and calm down.
Yo, at
relax
night,
her body.
That one hits.
Of course
At
you
night.
like that one.
Oh my
that
god.
That doesn't calm me down. That amps you up. You're like, all right. But if you guys are looking for a really good wellness app, Open is amazing. Highly recommend.
Yes.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think there is no better game to play with you than on our 150th season finale episode. I think we should do the trend. What is it called?
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen
this is
and
gonna
we
be
don't
really
judge.
dangerous. I don't know.
Now,
about
I think
this.
hold on, Sophia, before we do this, since we live together
Yeah.
and it's about to get ugly, we need a few rules.
Okay.
1, do not say anything that we're going to have to cut from the podcast because you always do that. Okay. 2,
Yeah.
whatever we say does not change the way we move in our apartment.
Yeah.
So if I say I do something with your stuff, don't start hiding shit.
You do stuff.
No,
with
I'm
my
just
stuff?
hypothetical.
Oh, we're already getting started on this. I'm curious.
3, we cannot call mom and
Complain? Yeah,
complain.
you do the same shit.
No, but what if it involves mom?
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
I have to think for a second.
let me think. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, fine.
We listen and we don't judge. When you go out of town, I use all of your skincare and hair products because you have the best stuff. We listen
And we don't judge. No wonder it fucking runs out. Are you serious? Oh, okay,
I knew
fine,
this was gonna be a
fine.
fight.
We listen
and we don't judge.
Whenever you go out to dinner, I always go into your bathroom and I eat all your hair care vitamins.
I knew it! I knew it!
I have the jelly bean one and the biotin other one. They taste so good. After dinner
It's a treat. It's a treat. We listen. Honestly, I really don't judge you for that. I really don't judge you for that.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
buy you some today,
thanks.
you bitch. I was like,
Okay.
no wonder your hair's looking better.
I was like, yeah, I'm like, okay, so she has really good hair. Maybe I
Okay,
should take her products.
We listen and we don't judge. Last time you were out of town, I tried to look for your diary because I was nosy. We listen. We don't judge.
Don't judge. Are you fucking
Don't judge.
You didn't find it, did you?
No, I couldn't find it.
By the way,
Where
knew-
is it?
Because you know what the thing is? It used to be in my drawer, and I know Sistine would know that.
I checked behind every sweatpant, behind shoes. I was like, where the fuck did this girl put it?
Well, I'm not telling you now.
Damn.
Oh my god! If you wanted to, see, I could. No, I'm not. No, I'm never gonna read you an entry. That's so evil.
We listen and we don't judge.
What the hell?
God. So judgy. We
listen
and we don't judge.
I told mom recently that I've hated every single guy you've dated this year. And I think you have a bad picker.
I know that. Why are you telling Mom?
We're concerned for you.
Concerned.
We're like, Sistine really needs to.
How recent?
Literally like a few days ago, because we date everybody in the same friend group. We're like, wow, she really.
I didn't know they were friends.
We were like, yeah, you met the friend at the friend group.
But it was like an outside
We're like, wow,
friend.
she really can't get away from that one guy.
Mr. Pickle?
No, Mr. Pickle. So we're a little bit judging you.
We listen and we don't judge.
Oh.
I recently talked to Mom,
Oh God.
and she thinks it's concerning that you're talking to your ex again. We listen and we don't judge.
You thought it was a good idea.
I'm always on whatever.
She told me that last night. Whatever. She goes, my plan is working. I go, what plan?
I'm always on this guy's team, so I love it.
It is probably concerning. This is probably not the best time to talk to him. Anyways.
Definitely not.
Agreed with that. We
listen and we don't judge.
In the past, if I was upset with you, I wouldn't like any of your photos or comment on it because I wanted to be bitter.
That's so petty.
I know. I just didn't want to give you the satisfaction of me liking.
You know what? There was a few where I'm like, Sophia didn't comment. Oh.
It's always when I'm annoyed with you.
We listen and we don't judge. I always hate when you make clips for our podcast because you do a really messy job.
Oh, I know that because you always tell me the coloring is off.
But
Well,
it's glitchy.
it's not glitchy.
Yeah.
There was one glitch.
There's two in the reel I counted. We listen and we don't judge.
I feel like we're being very peachy on this because I can go really good.
Go hard.
I can't go hard.
We'll see if we'll cut it.
No, you just told me.
She told us no.
She's so annoying. She told me I can't cut anything. We're gonna leave this. Okay.
One more each. Let's
One
hit
more
me
each.
where it hurts. I have one. We
Oh,
listen and
God.
we don't judge.
What?
Sometimes when you leave the apartment for like 6 hours at a time, I love it because I feel like I'm on vacation from you.
Oh, and then I come home and you're like, you've been gone for so long.
Yeah, but then I
missed
miss you. I need to miss you.
We
We listen and we don't judge.
Sometimes when you're calling my name in the apartment, I'll ignore it because I just don't want to talk. Or sometimes I leave the apartment early, just so I can have some me time before I talk to you. Because I need a second from just to myself. That's why I go on my walks in the morning, just to get out.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it because recently I said, can I come with you? And she said no.
I need my break. We live together. We work together. We talk every day. But I love you.
Okay.
We listen
And we don't judge.
Growing up, whenever we used to get in a fight, I would record it so that I had documented evidence to prove to Mom on the side that I was in the right and you were in the wrong.
We were so little.
Yeah.
Like a double agent.
I had to. This is probably like in high school. Whenever we
High school?
had horrible fights, I needed to record it for evidence. I think there's one fight still on my phone.
Oh, we have to listen to it.
No.
You're sick.
You're sick. You've
You're
recorded
sick.
me before. You have. I remember. This year,
That was one
actually.
Wait, this year?
Last year. Last year.
When?
When? It was in our fucking Soho apartment. I remember. You recorded it and you're like, I had to record it. And so I'm like,
Oh, I
touche.
pretended. I pretended so you'd back down. I didn't actually record it
Well,
like
I did
a psycho.
like twice.
Okay.
Okay.
Judging
Oh my
slightly.
God.
That was fun.
That was fun. I don't know if that was a
know.
good game. Okay. To change it up, we are going to find. Oh, this is sad. 50th episode. Last unsolicited advice.
Can I ask you something before we start?
Yeah.
Do you think turtlenecks look bad on me?
No.
I feel like I'm being choked in not a good
You
way.
look good. I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's make me look a little
No, I think
circular.
it's pretty. I think turtlenecks hit sometimes. I think turtlenecks on guys sometimes don't hit.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, very different. Gives me very
Steve Jobs, sexy on the go.
I'm not sure that's a very sexy
I shouldn't
thing
talk.
to
My
say.
voice is so fucked, you guys. Sophia, take it away.
Okay, so we have two. I think this is interesting. Second one, advice needed. I've been in a 7-year and 10-year relationship. I've now been single for 5 years.
Oh my.
I took a year off to work on myself after dating the 10-year guy. While dating the last 4 years, I've been told I'm so much fun, so many times, and it's turned into a negative comment and not a positive one. Guys automatically put me in the friends with benefits category, party friend, and not wifey category. I don't drink alcohol or do drugs, so I didn't think I was giving off party vibes. I'm 38, I'm very outgoing, and I've also been told I'm too independent. What the heck? What am I doing wrong?
Nothing. You just haven't found the right person, right? I think in every relationship, you need to have someone that is the outgoing, loud, well, quote unquote, fun one. And then you kind of need like your rock, someone that grounds you. And often, and I have the same habit, I'll look for the person that's like me, the outgoing, the loud, the eccentric one. And they almost look down on it because you're kind of butting heads. You're competing against each other in that regard. I wouldn't change your personality or the way you move or withhold who you are to the core. I hate to go back to the box theory, but that's kind of where my brain is going right now, where guys put you in a certain category. It's the friend, just female friend. It's the one night stand category, and it's the wife category, right? Yeah. And they say that once you're in one, you can't go to the other. You know, there's the 3-date rule, there's all these rules, but at the same time, if something feels natural and organic, and if you want to sleep with someone sooner than you would someone else, then fine.
By the way, I think you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
Like, you took some time off for yourself. Too independent means you're a hardworking woman. You having energy means you're the life of the party, which you're not boring. You sound like a great person. And what Sistine says, I know that you guys hear us say this a lot, and I have to say this to myself, and Sistine has to say it. The right person is going to come in time. And I know that sounds like, oh God, it's another one of like, when you're not looking, he'll be there. And it's like, it's all of these ones I want to shoot myself in the foot every time someone gives me that advice. But it really is true. You have to stay aligned to who you are. Just like I was saying to the last girl on the episode, on this episode. And one guy is going to look at your energy and not see it as a party girl, but see it as my best friend for life.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think, look, I don't know exactly how to give advice, especially in later 30s, because I think,
well, I just think like, if you should not look at it as a negative. You should say, okay, this guy clearly can't handle all of me, all of my personality, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't let it change the way that you move.
Also, I have to say, let's say if you're 38, I would say that maybe guys in their 40s would probably be more willing to settle down. You know, like, I think if you're choosing guys in their early 30s,
yes.
By the way, as someone that dates people in their early 30s, mid 30s, and by the way, have dated someone that was in their 40s, child, boy, not man.
I also think,
and so it depends on the guy, because it depends on the guy's maturity level.
I'm thinking like, where exactly are you looking for these guys? If you're finding them on dating apps, you're probably not going to get the best quality of person.
Yeah. And clearly you're a very loyal person, being in a 7-year and 10-year relationship.
Yeah. And so I think, especially like getting back, I mean, you're not getting back out there. You've been out there for 5 years and you know what it takes to be in a long-term relationship. Make sure that you are a little pickier with who you're going out with, because it can get disheartening and it can start feeling like a negative reflection on who you are, because you keep feeling pushed away by these people.
And I also have to say, I feel like when we get out of very serious relationships, we have a tendency to be someone we're not.
Mm-hmm.
After every relationship that I was in, I was the most social party animal. I don't give an F energy, which is so not me. If that is what you're still doing because you're trying to show everyone you're totally okay, totally moved on. By the way, 10 years is a long time. So if you're still grieving that and you're still pushing on this image that you're totally okay, like, stop. Unless you aren't, but I'm just saying that stick to kind of getting the root of what you want and who you are. And yeah, like Sistine said, be pickier on your person, because at this point in your life, like, you don't have to date people to date people.
No, and that bothers me too, because the amount of times I've gone out with people and I'm just, quote, too much.
Oh, yeah.
My personality's too much. I'm too loud. I'm too out there. I say too many things. Fuck them. Like, that's who you are. And the right person will find you. And listen, I'm still looking, so we're in this together.
Ditto.
I think that wraps it.
Yeah, I know. Wah, wah, wah.
Well, ladies and gents, Unwaxers, that was our 150th episode.
Season 3 finale.
We'll see you next Tuesday in the new year.
And that is going to come with a lot of fun stories, like us sitting under a table eating grapes.
Maybe our
That's it.
boyfriend will be joining the podcast.
Our boyfriend?
12 grapes, I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Maybe we'll find him on January 1st.
Guys.
We love you guys so, 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 so much. And we will see you next Tuesday in
Be
2025
safe, be merry.
for
Mwah.
season 4.
Bye.
Bye.